wanted to add a provision in the rule. There is no language there. I was proposing, I can suggest language.
So what would the language you're proposing be?
It would be under 7.3 eligibility. You can add D for those towns who submit completed petition by the effective date of these rules. Completed meaning under their own process, you deem them complete, not that they submit any, just anything. They deem that they have a petition complete.
Prior to the effective date.
Prior to the effective date of this rule, that
Petition for initial plan endorsement, deemed complete, prior to the effective date of this rule.
prior to the effective date of the rule, that petitioner will be grandfathered in under the old prior process.
Shall be eligible.
Shall be deemed eligible. That's the way I think it's good.
Shall be deemed eligible for plan endorsement under the former
Prior regulations.
prior regulations.
Can we say that they're eligible for plan endorsement and that they made it to the self-assessment stage?
No, that's too, yeah, shall be deemed eligible for consideration of plan endorsement under the.
It's going to be initial plan endorsement.
Right, okay, consideration of initial plan endorsement
That's all.
under the prior regulations.
So, and how many are in-house and complete or going to be before March?
How many are they submitting now? Between now and March? We don't know.
We have 16 right now under initial.
There's not, I mean, it's going to be difficult, I think, frankly, to come in now, even today, and get
Yes.
complete by March. So really, we're talking about what's in-house.
16.
And
There's
it-
16 petitions. Well, 16
And of them, how many, right, we have to carry those 16 out to completion because they're in process now.
Now,
There are a number of other,
So how many
My
are?
bad, my bad. Excuse me, Dan?
Quarter shaking.
And I don't blame her. It's okay. I'm sorry for, there's been a lot of banter today. This is a very important subject. I know there's a lot of concern about it. So perhaps, I think what we're talking about, Liz, is we have 16 municipalities that are in the pipeline. My understanding is the overwhelming majority of them are willing to follow the new petition guidelines. So
no, those are municipalities that have actually engaged us. 8 of them are in an MOU, 8 of them are not in an MOU. They've all submitted petitions for initial plan endorsement.
okay.
And we have to carry, we're going to give them the option to convert over to the new plan endorsement. But we have to also carry our legal obligation to be able to work with them under the rules that were in effect at the time they came in. However, they will only be able to get initial plan endorsement. There are about 30 communities that have come in for informational meetings. Of those 30 communities, 2 or 3, we believe, will choose to go forward under the old initial plan endorsement process.
But while we're working with the 16, we are encouraging them in the direction of the new guidelines.
Yes. And the new guidelines provide that any municipality that has achieved initial plan endorsement will be deemed eligible to move on to full plan endorsement. So they'll be at the step, was it
So
step
we
5?
have the game. So
They're way ahead of the game. They've gotten the initial plan endorsement.
So the 8 that are in an MOU, and have an action plan are complete already?
Yes, all those 16 that we mentioned have all been deemed complete already. They've all been deemed complete. And if you look at the ones that have been deemed incomplete, their response times right now are in December for when they've got to get that information back to us. These are petitions that were submitted a month or 2 ago. So anybody going forward, that any that come in the next month are going to barely make it before, if they make it and they're deemed complete, they're barely going to make it before March. And so we're probably talking about, we may be talking about none. There may actually be no communities that make it within this category. If there are, we're going to talk about 1 or 2 that have made the choice to try to get in under the deadline for whatever purposes they may have.
And it'll be clear in the language that what we're grandfathering them into is just that they've made it through the self-assessment stage and that they're eligible to now do the more detailed plan endorsement.
No, They
Yeah.
can,
It's under the old process. These towns have asked, or they may come in and say, I want initial plan endorsement, I don't consider the condition prior to the effective date of this rule. If they do, then in the language, it'll be considered for initial plan endorsement under the former rule. under the former-
which technically they can, whether or not we put this provision in, they can do this. All we're trying to do is create an end date, so we can make the cutoff that nobody can do this after this particular date.
But can you recognize where the state is going to add in the new plan endorsement process by saying that they, if they're not plan endorsed under this process, then they're only eligible to now start the review of the plan endorsement process? That's what is equivalent to initial plan endorsement.
Yes, that's in the rule now. That initial plan endorsement going forward is equivalent to being at the certificate of eligibility stage.
So they really are only just starting,
They're getting a certificate of eligibility with an action plan.
and they won't get the benefits of the
That's right.
Until they go through the whole action plan. And that's in the rule. That's what
But
it
they-
says that happens.
But they retain a center or receive a center designation and that.
They just don't get the
Yes.
assistance and
Yeah.
financial and technical assistance that they would need to do all of that section, but, yeah. So that was the rule. Quickly, the guidelines.
I have a couple comments on the rule.
Okay.
One, can you just tell me a little bit about, we have a Highlands master plan process going on, the interaction, and the applicability of some of the requirements of this rule on the Highlands process, which seems to have a parallel process that might be in compliance with this, but the rule, it seems to make them do things again that they've already done. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, we did think about that, and if this comment comes up and it's not fair in here, which hopefully it is, but if they have done the work that meets the intent of the standards, the rule and the standards, which right now, just for the Highlands, there is no guidelines for the regional agencies. There will be. We just want to get the municipality to make sure you're okay with that, and then hopefully it'll be a lot easier to do regional and county guidelines. If they meet the standard that that everybody agrees to, then they'll be waived, checked off. You've done that. You've done your vision. You've done your community outreach. Whatever, it may not be visioning, it's like all the community outreach that they've done with their plan. They would certainly, we would recommend that they have been waived, with that certain provision. The self-assessment, I don't know how that's what it's gonna look like for a regional agency, but maybe they've done all that, doing all these in their guideline or their rules, all their assessments they've done in order to prepare the plan. That's probably sufficient to meet that requirement. So there is a way for them to waive certain provisions if they've already done the work. Same with municipalities, if they've done the work, we want them to do it again. In fact, it's easier for us to say, you've done it, you're waived, you're satisfied with the intent, or substantially complied with the intent of that standard, of that activity.
We have an opportunity to have that in the MRU process, which I believe is up for discussion.
Yes, it is.
And I would hope that this is one other issues that we want to really dive into, so that we deal with that issue of not having municipalities go through something across the community that would be subject to multiple mastery with multiple different criteria. I'm really optimistic at this point. We can do something through the MRU that would address these questions and really nail this down. I hate to say once and for all, but we just have a good whack at it.
Okay, I was just curious to know whether you thought there needs to be, because it sounds like that's in the guidelines, but that there needs to be reference to the ability to get a waiver in the regulation itself.
There's in the rule, it has a waiver for the community visioning. And that vision is,
Page 10B, 710B, page 10.
Right,
Maybe we
okay,
should
right.
add